Hello guys, welcome to this another session. We are discussing numericals in marginal costing. We have completed till 20th problem, so we will be continuing from there. So 21st question, all the concepts have been explained. I have explained you PV ratio, I have explained you break-even point, I have explained you margin of safety, I have explained you marginal costing equation. So question number 21, you can refer to the document which has been given to you guys. 21st problem, the previous document, the last document which was sent earlier. From the following particulars, find fixed cost. He's asking you these questions. He wants you to find out what fixed cost is. Fixed cost is how much? Break-even sales. This is A bit. Then B is asking what is break-even point? How much? C bit is asking what is total sales? Sales is also not given. Profit is the last question he asked. Profit is how much? So he says margin of safety is 10,000. So what is given to us? Margin of safety is 10,000 rupees. So MOS rupees is given to us. And he says this represents 40% of sales. So what is representing 40% of sales? MOS. So that means MOS percentage, as we know, MOS percentage is MOS by sales into 100. So MOS is generally expressed as a percentage on sales. So this is 40% on sales. Another information given to us is PV ratio. The profit volume percentage is given as 50%. This is very much similar to the 20th question we have done yesterday. So when you look at the question, MOS is a solved information, a calculated figure in front of you. MOS percentage is a calculated figure. Percentage, PV ratio percentage is also calculated information. From this, I told you that wherever rupees is there, if it is a calculated figure, we will start from this. So try to write MOS formula or MOS percentage is MOS by sales. MOS is equal to sales minus break-even sales. You can either way start MOS is equal to MOS rupees is equal to total sales minus break-even sales. Do you have total sales? No. Do you have break-even sales? No. So let us not go with this formula. Let us try with another formula. What is another formula? MOS can be calculated with the help of profit by PV ratio. So, do you know MOS rupees? Answer is yes. Do you know profit? No, we don't know. PV ratio? Yes, sir. PV ratio is given. So, I think I can find out this. MOS is 10,000 rupees. MOS is 10,000 rupees equals to profit by PV ratio. Profit is a question mark. PV ratio we need to find out. So with the help of this, I can find out PV ratio. So PV ratio comes to this side. Profit is a question mark. We know the PV ratio, so let me write the PV ratio. PV ratio is how much? PV ratio is 50%. Cross multiplication, profit is equal to, directly I can solve. Profit is equal to 10,000 into 50%. That brings it 5,000 rupees is my profit. I got something from this ABCD. I got this D. So I can say this is my D. Okay, I got this with the help of MOS. Now, let us try with this formula, MOS percentage. MOS percentage. What is MOS percentage formula? MOS percentage formula is margin of safety in terms of rupees by sales in rupees 200. So I know MOS percentage here. Yes, it is 40%. I know MOS rupees here. I know it is 10,000 rupees given in the question. By sales into 100 I need not write because it is already in percentage. So cross multiplication gives me sales is equal to 10,000 upon 40%. 10,000 divided by 40% should be giving you around 25,000. That is your sales. I got the sales information. This is my CBIT. This is my CBIT I have sold. Right? Now, once you know the sales, because when you go back to this formula, when we tried to solve it, MOS I know, but I was not knowing sales and BEP. Now I know sales. So I can come back to this formula. MOS rupees formula is equal to total sales minus break-even sales. Now, this minus BEP comes to the left-hand side, it becomes plus. So break-even point in terms of rupees is equal to sales will be in its place. This plus MOS rupees going the other side becomes minus. So margin of safety in terms of rupees. So from sales, if you deduct MOS, you will get break-even point. So my sales in the question is 25. I got the answer as 25,000, which I calculated, minus MOS rupees, which is given in the question as 10,000. So 25,000 minus 10,000 gives me 15,000. What is 15,000 rupees? This 15,000 is my break-even point. I got this BEP. This is BEP. I got D, C, then B. Exactly in the reverse order we are getting it. So you can see this. That is BEP. Now remaining, what is left out? I have to find out fixed cost. Which formula can help me? Which formula will help finding the fixed cost?
Missing information.
You can apply the missing information formula because PV ratio, you know, F plus P, you got the profit, by S, you have the sales, right? You can apply the missing information formula, or you have the BEP also. Break-even point is also there. You can either apply. See, I'm not telling that always the missing information formula is the only source. Now your BEP is also there. We can also apply BEP here. So let us see break-even point rupees formula. BEP rupees formula is what? Fixed cost by PV ratio. Now look at this. Do you know BEP rupees? Yes, sir. I got 15,000. Do you know fixed cost? No, that is what we are trying to find out. Do you know PV ratio? Yes, that was already given in the question. So, what can I do? BEP rupees, I am taking 15,000 as sold in PBIT. Fixed cost is what I need to find out by PV ratio, which is given as 50%. So, cross multiplication. Therefore, fixed cost is equal to 15,000 into 50% comes to how much? 7,500. This is my A. So A answer is 7,500. B answer is 15,000. C answer is 25,000. D answer is 5,000. This is the solution for question number 21. Any doubts there? So C 22. So from question number 22 is there in the document which I have sent today, just a few minutes before. So you can refer to question number 22. In question number 22, he is given the information like this. He says, from the following calculate PV ratio. One is asking to find out PV ratio. 2, profit when sales. Second one is asking is profit is how much if or when sales are 20,000. Fixed expenses is 4,000. This is all one information. And the break-even sales is 10,000 rupees. So break-even in terms of rupees. This is the question given to us. Again, another easy question. What he is asking here is find out the PV ratio. Find out the profit of sales. So profit of sales is a situational question, conditional question. So let us first find out the PV ratio. Can we find the PV ratio with the given information? It's a question. What did I say? Whenever you have a calculated figure, you take that as the base. I have a calculated figure here. Break-even point in terms of rupees is given to me. What is the answer? 10,000. So I will start with this formula. Think of break-even point in terms of rupees formula. BEP rupees formula. Break-even point in terms of rupees is equal to, what is the formula? Fixed cost divided by BEP ratio. So BEP rupees, I know it is 10,000. Fixed cost, I know it is 4,000. So can't we find out BEP ratio? Yes. So break-even point is 10,000. Fixed cost is 2,000 by BEP ratio. So BEP ratio going the other side becomes 4,000 divided by 10,000. And generally, as we have agreed that we will always express PV ratio in percentage, so I'll multiply with 100 to express it as a percentage. So 4 by 10 it is 40%. Therefore, profit volume ratio is 40%. That's the first part. So I got the PV ratio. Now I'll go for the second question. What is he asking? Find out the profit if sales is 20,000. So profit when sales is given, sales when profit is given, in all these situations, the only rescue for us is missing information formula. What is that formula? PV ratio is equal to, this is my first bit. This is my first bit where I got the PV ratio. And this is my second bit. I'm doing PV ratio is equal to F plus P by S into 100. So F plus P by S into 100. Do you know PV ratio? Yes, sir. We have calculated. It is 40%. Do you know fixed cost? Yes, sir. It is given in the question as 4,000. Do you know what profit you want? No, sir. That is what we are trying to find out. So profit is a question mark. Do you know sales? Yes, sir. He gave a situation. If sales is 20,000, should I write into 100 here? Answer is no, because it's already in percentage. So 40% into 20,000 is equal to 4,000 plus profit. So 4,000 plus profit is equal to 20,000 into 40%. So 40% of 20,000 makes it equal to, it is 8,000. Then this plus 4,000 going the other side becomes minus, and now profit is equal to 8,000 minus 4,000. Therefore, profit is equal to 4,000. That is the solution for question number 22. Any doubts you have? Okay. Then moving on to question number 23. Question number 23 says, the following information is related to Kakatiya Cements Limited, and he says sales units are given as 10,000 tons. Whether it is tons or units or kilos or quintals or any other form. For me, it is units, and the sales rupees is 5 lakhs. I never wrote sales as rupees. When I say capital S, it is always sales in terms of rupees. So it is 5 lakhs. So I'll just write S because that is used. Capital S, for me it is rupees. Cost is given as material 1 lakh, labor 50,000, direct expenses 10,000, which makes a total of 1,60,000. Can anyone tell me what this 1,60,000 is? What cost it is for us? Any answers? It is variable cost. If you remember, material and labor are basically part of prime cost. When the information is not given about material and labor, we have to always assume that they are direct material and direct labor. And as I told you, all direct cost is variable cost. So direct expenses is again given there. So for us, it is material plus labor plus direct expenses. Material plus labor plus direct expenses. The total is 1,60,000 rupees. So I have the variable cost given. I have the sales given. Also the quantity. Fixed cost is given as 3 lakhs. And profit is also given as 40,000. So you have everything given in the question. You have the quantity, you have the amounts, you have the sales, you have the variable cost, you have the fixed cost, and you have the profit. So it's a straight question. You're required to find out break-even point, PV ratio, margin of safety, sales required for a profit, profit required for a sales. So this question will tell you how easy it is to solve when the information is available. The first part is asking what is break-even point. Break-even point I can either express in rupees or express in percentage. So break-even point I'm taking rupees formula here, fixed cost divided by PV ratio. Now, do you have fixed cost here? Yes, sir. Do you have PV ratio? No. But can't you find out the PV ratio? Answer is yes. So for this, you try to find out PV ratio. PV ratio is equal to S minus V or F plus V. Anything you can use. S minus V by S into 100. So first you solve this, bring it here, you will get PV. So second bit is asking PV ratio. That's what we are doing here. So you will do this first and then you apply it. Okay. Then third one is saying margin of safety. Third bit is saying margin of safety. Now margin of safety you can find out in rupees because you have the total sales and you have the break-even sales. You have the total sales 5 lakhs and you will get the break-even sales here. So apply that formula, you'll be able to solve that. Then D bit, it says sales required to earn a profit of 50,000. Sales is how much if profit is 50,000. So guys, sales will be the question mark. Which formula will you use? The missing information formula. What is that? F plus P by S into 100. So PV ratio, you will take the same thing what you get in the second bit. F will be fixed always, there will be 3 lakhs. Profit you will take from here, not from here. Profit you will take from here 50,000 and sales will be the question. That's how you have to solve. Don't take this profit there and this sales there. Then EBIT is profit at a sales of, so profit is equal to how much if sales is given as 9 lakhs. So here profit was given, sales was a question mark. Here sales is given, profit is a question mark. Same procedure, I will again apply profit volume ratio. So F plus P by S into 100. So PV ratio ke liye you will take what you get at B. You bring it here. Fixed cost is what is given in the question 3 lakhs because fixed cost always remains constant. Profit is a question mark. Don't say, sir, I have profit here and I have profit there. No, it's a different question altogether. Profit will be a question mark. And in the place of sales, you will take 9 lakhs. Not this sales, not this sales. You have to bring 9 lakhs here and try to find out the profit. So I hope you can do this. You solve it and tell me if you don't get the answers, you can get back to me. All right. This is about question number 23. Then moving to question number 24. In a recent period, Zach company had the following experience. Sales units is given to us. Sales units is 10,000 units at the rate of 200. So selling price is 200 per unit. The total sales is 10,000 into 200 is also given 20 lakhs. So I have all the information. I have the sales units, I have the selling price, I have the total sales. Then direct material, direct labor are totally variable. Fixed overheads may you have something variable and something fixed. Administrative expenses may also you have the bifurcation. Other expenses also you have bifurcation. So total cost is already given to you. So total fixed cost you can pick up from that 5,40,000 is the total fixed cost, and total variable cost is, guys, it is not 1,40,000. That's a printing mistake. You can add up the total. It is 2 lakhs plus 4 lakhs plus 6 lakhs plus 80 plus 1,20,000. That should make it 14 lakhs. 10 is misprinted there. It's missing there. So variable cost, you can make changes in the question. If you have, if you're writing in the book, take it as 14 lakhs, not 1,40,000. Now, do you have sales? Yes. Variable cost? Yes. Sales minus variable cost gives you contribution. Minus fixed cost gives you profit. So again, the question is similar to the previous one. All the information is available. What is he asking us? The first part of the question says, calculate the break-even point for Zach in units and in rupees. So he wants you to find out break-even point in units and break-even point in rupees. Okay. Show your calculations and use the contribution margin ratio to find out the break-even rupee break-even point. That means he says, he didn't say anything about break-even units, but he says for rupee break-even means break-even value. He's asking you to use the contribution margin ratio. Can you guys tell me what do you mean by contribution margin ratio? What is the other name for contribution margin ratio? Can you say?
PV ratio, sir.
Very good. Contribution margin ratio is nothing but PV ratio. So he is saying for this you should use PV ratio. For this you can use anything. So for this first bit, break-even point in terms of units. If you want it in units, what should be the formula? Fixed cost divided by contribution per unit, because I want units. So now fixed cost is known to us, it is 5,40,000. Contribution per unit is not there. So can we find out contribution per unit? What is contribution per unit formula? Selling price per unit minus variable cost per unit. Okay. So do you know selling price per unit? Yes, sir. I know 200. Very good. So this is 200. But what about variable cost per unit? Do you know variable cost per unit or total variable cost? You know the total variable cost. Now, can we find out the variable cost per unit? Answer is yes. Why? Because I know the quantity. What is the quantity we are having here? The quantity is 10,000 units. So, if I want to find out the variable cost per unit, this will be divided by the quantity. This is the quantity, right? Value by quantity gives you rate. Variable cost is 14 lakhs. Quantity is 10,000. 14 lakhs divided by 10,000. 4 zeros will go off. So what will be the answer? 140. So I have the variable cost 140. So I have got contribution 60. This is okay. Now you know contribution per unit. You bring the 60 here. Fixed cost is already available. You will be able to solve the first
part of the first bit, BEP units. Then he says, I want you to find out BEP rupees, but for that, he is asking you to use contribution margin ratio. So what formula do you suggest? Break-even point in terms of rupees. Which formula shall I use? Fixed cost by PV ratio. Now, one question to you guys. Sir, why did he specifically say you should use this formula? Is there any other formula for break-even point in rupees? Answer is yes. When you know the BEP units, when you know the quantity, when you know the units, you just multiply with selling price, you get the rupees. If a student finds what is break-even point units, he can simply multiply it with 200, you will get this answer. But he doesn't want you to do like that. He says you do this with the help of PV ratio only. So we have to find out the PV ratio first. What formula you want to use? S minus V. You can use S minus V by S into 100, or small s minus small b, because you have small s 200 and small b 140. 200 minus 140 divided by 200 into 100. Either you take total sales minus total variable cost by total sales into 100, or selling price per unit minus variable cost per unit divided by selling price per unit into 100. Either way, you can solve this. Then you take it here. You already know the fixed cost which is given in the question, so you'll be able to solve break-even point. That's the first part of the question. The second bit says, what sales rupees would be required to generate a net income of 96,000? The second bit says, what sales rupees? So sales rupees is how much if the net income, what do you mean by net income? We are calling it as profit. So net income is 96,000. So if profit is 96,000, how much is sales? Which formula I am going to use? Yes, missing information formula. What is the formula? F plus P by S into 100. PV ratio, you will use what you get here. Fixed cost, you will use 5,40,000. Profit is equal to 96,000, and sales is a question mark. Is it okay? So sales will go here, PV ratio will come here, and you will be able to solve the answer. You need not multiply with 100 because PV ratio will express it as percentage. That's the second part. The third part says, what will be the break-even point in units if fixed costs are increased by 18,000? Increased by 18,000. So the third bit, they are saying, what will be the break-even point? Break-even point units. What will be the break-even point units if fixed cost is increased by 18,000? What was the existing fixed cost? 5,40,000. So he says it will be 5,40,000 plus 18,000, because he says the fixed cost will be increased by 18,000. So I have to add 18,000 to fixed cost. So based on this, I can say fixed cost will be 5,58,000. So if fixed cost is 5,58,000, what is BEP units? Good. Come back here. You already calculated break-even point units formula. BEP is equal to fixed cost by contribution per unit. So you will apply the same formula. Break-even point units equals to fixed cost by small c. Now tell me guys, which fixed cost will you take? You should take 5,40,000 or you should take 5,58,000? You should take 5,58,000 because it's the situation asking you. So 5,58,000 divided by contribution per unit, which is here 60 rupees. So 5,58,000 divided by 60 will give you this answer. This is all about question number 24. The calculations are not done for you because I want to save my time. I want to explain you the concept, how it should be solved. So try this numerical and get back to me if you are not able to solve this question. Okay guys, so I will stop with this and we will continue with other numerical in the next session. Probably your next session will be after your exams. As we